You see, there's a lot of words in the dictionary. I'm looking for one to describe Carson Wentz. Can you help me out, Mr. Hendricks, please?
Sensational. That's the word you're looking for.
Divisional champs, NFC champs, and world
Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the championship Eagles. And yes, like we always hoped it would happen. Carson Wentz has a really good shot at starting week 1, being as though he's back on 11 on 11 practices. So we got to keep this in mind. Yeah, he's back on 11 on 11 practices, doing practices with the team. He says he's feeling real comfortable in the pocket. He's okay. We can see the tape on him. He looks okay. But at the same time, we know that our guys aren't going to try to hit him as hard as everybody else is. So being back and being ready for our guys, our offensive line, we have to know that we have to protect the franchise quarterback. We have to know that. We have to protect the franchise quarterback. And, you know, Doug Peterson came out with a really good statement that I thought was golden. Jason Peters and Darren Sproles don't have to participate in preseason. I mean, why should they? They're veterans. They're both future Hall of Famers. Darren Sproles is a future Hall of Famer. Whoever don't think Darren Sproles is a future Hall of Famer is losing their mind. I mean, this year I think he'll be top 5 in all-purpose yards in NFL history. He has 2 Super Bowl rings. I would say that's a future Hall of Famer. And listen, we're on track. Everything is okay. A lot of people didn't play preseason so far for a reason. It's not about what you do in preseason. It's about how you evaluate young talent. That's the main component of preseason. How you evaluate young talent. How do you move forward? How do you move forward? How do you move forward? Nick Foles is okay. They got the diagnosis back on the shoulders, just a little strain. He's okay. And that would have scared me if Nick Foles was hurt and Carson wasn't ready. Nate Sudfeld would be, you know, primed to play against the Falcons in week 1. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. We want either Nick or we want either Carson, preferably 100% Carson. That's what we want. You know what I mean? And it's looking like all the things are falling into place. We got guys getting good rest right now, ready for the long haul of the season, because we're approaching this like it's going to be a long haul. We have Nelson getting good rest. Brandon Graham is off the PUP list. Brandon Graham is back practicing probably today, I believe. Brandon Graham is off the PUP list. That is amazing. Amazing. We got our leading sack leader back. You know, Nelson's getting good rest. Chris Long has been getting good rest. We've just been getting good rest of key players who are going to be down the stretch for us, getting good rest. I would like to see Darby get a little bit of rest now. You know what I mean? I would like to see Sidney Jones get a little bit of rest now. Let's rest Malcolm. People are getting good rest. And that's what it's all about right now. You know, that's what it's all about right now. They wanted a quarterback controversy so bad in Philly, but it's not going to be a quarterback controversy. How could it be a quarterback controversy when you know who the franchise quarterback is? There's never no controversy like that. There's never no only way it could be a quarterback controversy is if Carson Wentz wouldn't be ready until about week 6 or some crazy stuff like that. That's the only way you could have a quarterback controversy. Carson Wentz don't need to play preseason. I believe he's that gifted to where he doesn't need to play preseason. He just needs a few series in game, and he's good to go. He doesn't need preseason reps. I believe he's that gifted. But on the last preseason game, if he's ready to roll, if Carson is ready to roll in week 4 preseason, I give him some reps. That's just me personally. If he's ready to roll week 4 preseason, I give him some reps. Maybe, maybe not, because I believe that'll be a short week. It'll be exactly a week apart. That last preseason game for us should be on a Thursday. Then we kick off on Thursday. I would give him a few reps. I would give him a series. Just so he can move around, get his feet wet, get the juices flowing. I'll give him a series. That's just me. Mind you, we haven't seen the complete package of our team together on the field yet, so we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what we're going to look like, but we just know we're going to look good. I know we're going to look good once we see the complete package. Nelson Aguilar, Mike Wallace, Alshon Jeffrey, and the guys. You know, let's get Jason Peters back. You know what I mean? Let's get the run game established. Who's gonna be the primary 3-back? Who's gonna be the primary 3? Let's get all these things in place and established. So when it's time to develop a game plan for the season, we know what pieces we can work with. We know who to run things for. Because mind you, we have an arsenal. We have an arsenal of plays we could run. Arsenal plays we can run. If you think you're going to press us up front, if you think you're going to blitz and try to stop a Jai, then you're going to see a lot of quick game. You're going to see a lot of wide receiver screens with Aguilar. You're going to see a lot of running back screens with Clement and Sproles. We can beat you in a multitude of ways. It's just that if Doug is using his thinking cap like he showed he can because he just won a Super Bowl, if Doug is using his thinking cap, then Doug could utilize what we have at hand. We have no shortage. We have no shortage of explosiveness on offense. And I believe the defense will click at an optimum level this year. We are good to go. We are good to go. Now it's time to start thinking about week 1 and getting week 1 squared away with the Atlanta Falcons. And, you know, like always, every week before the game, I will have the keys to victory, how to beat these scrubs. Everybody's a scrub to me. I would say exactly how we're going to beat these guys. Exactly how we're going to beat these guys. You know, like I did last year. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. My expectations for us this year, we're going to start small, and we're going to start with the big expectations down the line. So I'm going to give you the small expectations, because if the small ones don't carry out, then the big ones may change down the line. So small expectations for us is to start off and win these first 4 games. Let's win the first quarter of the season, because we don't even have a division game in the first quarter. We got all people who are trying to bounce back, or all people who are just trying to pull an upset. You know what I mean? We got the Falcons who are going to be trying to redeem themselves. We got the Buccaneers who are looking to pull the upset because their starting quarterback isn't even going to be playing. We have the Colts who are looking to redeem themselves. And then we have the Titans who are looking to prove that they're on our level, because they did go to the second round of the playoffs. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say the Colts are looking to redeem themselves, but the Colts are on the up and up. So those first 4 games are critical. They're critical. So if we beat those first 4 games, the schedule gets a little more tough. It gets a little more tough. The people who are going to get injured in the first quarter are going to get injured, and then we can reevaluate moving forward. You know what I mean? And that's for us and other teams we play, because injuries happen. Injuries happen. This is football. Injuries happen. So to everybody who was banking on Carson not playing week 1, especially Falcons fans, please get ready for a surprise of your lifetime. Get ready to be abused by the Red Beard himself. Get ready to be abused, because Carson Wentz is coming. Carson Wentz is coming to the link. Carson Wentz is coming to see Atlanta first. Atlanta first. Carson Wentz is coming. And he's hungry and he's chomping at the bit. He looks good. He looks good. He looks good. So we got our MVP back. You know, our Super Bowl MVP is just waiting in the wind. We've never been in this position, Eagles Nation. This is a great time to be an Eagles fan. This is a great time to be an Eagles fan. We have the opportunity to repeat, because like I said before, you can't repeat if you don't do it first. You must do it first to repeat. We have the opportunity to repeat and win the division. When is the last time the NFC East has had a repeat division winner? We have another opportunity to silence the haters once again. Once again. And other news around the division, I believe the Redskins just signed AP, Adrian Peterson. I don't think that's going to help them that much. I only see Adrian Peterson getting the ball on 2nd and long. I see Adrian Peterson getting the ball on 3rd and long and 3rd and inches. I mean, if you're looking to run Adrian Peterson on 1st and 10, you're hoping he can get you 3 yards. You're hoping. If he can't get you 3 yards, then that was a wasted down. That was a wasted down. You might as well would have ran somebody who got a little more moves, who got a little more cutback. You know what I mean? But hey, kudos to them, because actually, honestly, Adrian Peterson is one of the backs that I wanted. I did want Adrian Peterson once we lost Blunt, but I don't think Adrian Peterson is going to be able to run behind that Washington line like he would have ran behind our line, or like he would have ran behind a Dallas Cowboy line or something like that. I don't think he's going to be able to run behind that line. That line isn't as good. You know, that line isn't as good. That's just the facts of the matters. So yeah, the Cody Solutions video is coming. Still working out the kinks on that video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Carson starting week 1. Do you think he should sit out more or not? Or are you happy he's starting week 1? Me, personally, I'm happy Carson Wentz is starting week 1. You know, the haters are going to hate. Listen, y'all, get ready for all the comments. Get ready for all the BS. It's probably going to be a lot of negative comments under this video, because people think we're going to fold under the pressure. But we're not about to fold. We're not about to fold. Look at how many people hate the fact that we're Super Bowl champions. Look how many people can't even deal with that. Look at the weakness on them. They can't deal with that, especially people who never won a Super Bowl. They can't deal with the fact that we are where we're at, and we're about to continue to go. We're going to go harder next year. We're going to go harder next year. Don't be surprised if we win 13 games again this year. Everybody says the schedule is difficult. I don't see the schedule as being as difficult. I see one hard game on the schedule, and that's against the New Orleans Saints. I see one hard game on the schedule. By paper, I see one hard game on the schedule, and that's against the New Orleans Saints. That's against the New Orleans Saints. I think the Texans and the Saints will give us our best 2 games, period. I don't think Blake Bortles, these guys, the reason why I say this is because these guys' leaders aren't right. We're playing against good teams with bad leaders. Your leader got to be right. Our leader is right. Carson Wentz is great. Our leader is good. When I'm talking about leader, I do mean the man who's in the huddle, commanding the huddle. I don't believe Matt Ryan is right. I don't believe he's right. I don't believe he's right. On our schedule, I think the third best quarterback we're going to see is Andrew Luck, and he ain't playing almost 2 years or something like that. You know what I mean? That's just the confidence that I have in the quarterbacks we're going to go against. I don't believe in Jared Goff. I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. I don't believe in Eli Manning. I don't believe in Dak Prescott. Why should I? Why should I? Why should I believe in any of those quarterbacks? Any of them. None of these quarterbacks that I'm naming are better than Carson Wentz, so I have no reason to fear them. The only one that you could arguably say is better than Carson Wentz on our schedule is Drew Brees. And that's where I'm at with that. And that's how the Eagles should feel about that. That's how the city of Philadelphia feels. We don't fear nobody. Let's go. Especially in the link. Let's come on down to the link. Come down to the link and see if you're going to be able to perform the same way. Come down to the link. A lot of these teams playing domes, swing down to the link. Show us what's really beating in your chest. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Bottom line.